IVM.
Hi everybody, just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys.
All right, hello, welcome to Football Twaddle. The usual gang is here. Yash, Sawan, what's up?
Hey.
And Tanuj, my Newcastle man, how are you?
I'm not a Newcastle fan anymore. I'm tired, blood. This club is going to be the end of me.
All right, why are you tired being a Newcastle fan already?
Man, I was so happy for the initial 10 minutes of the match, but I'm just so tired. Tottenham say even this club loses to Tottenham.
Yeah, but they've removed the impediment. But I think more like, yes, what a weird day.
That was such a depressing outcome of that game, man. I mean, all the statements that are coming from his side, something like, what? Do you have a statement with you, like a parting statement?
No, I don't. Do you have it?
I'll have to Google it. Then I'll go on mute.
Wait, hold on. You don't do such things because you're off your dodgy internet. Let me just do that. Steve Bruce. Let's go. Steve Bruce. It was. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. God, dude. This is just sad.
Yeah. Something like he's never going to manage again.
No, I don't think that's what he said. But
okay, wait. You've got a sad enough thing. Let's just read that post.
Yes. So let me read my sad post. Since we are already on it. Yes. As we all know, Steve Bruce is gone. It was meant to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they just waited for his 1,000th game to finish, which is very nice of them.
Yeah, so before I read Steve Bruce's
statement... They'll probably claim that Arabic numbers were actually invented by Arabs now.
All right, before I read Steve Bruce's statement, do we take it that Saudis are benevolent owners?
No, I mean, he was manager for one game, which he lost, and then it's off with his head, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. All right.
That's
so
not benevolent, man. I mean, that means they are going to give a manager only one game to win. If he doesn't, he's fired.
No, but he was always going to be fired, but they had the
Saru, please don't give us this gyan, man. What do the numbers say?
Oh God!
How many games have the Saudis been in?
Yeah, the Saudis are probably saying, no, this doesn't happen in Korea.
North Castle. All right, let's read Steve Bruce's statement. Until Baru told me, I didn't know that how painful this has been. He says, Yash, it has been very, very tough to never really be wanted, to feel that people wanted me to fail, to read people constantly saying I would fail, that I was useless, a fat waste of space, a stupid, tactically inept cabbage head or whatever. It was ridiculous and persistent even when the results were good. I think this might be my last job. It's taken its toll on my whole family and I can't ignore that. They've been worried about me, especially my wife, Jan. It is quite a sad statement. And to be fair to Steve Bruce, I mean, he should have been sacked long ago. Mike Ashley was quite inept. But there was a period of time where his results were as good as Rafa Benitez's, but he was treated like shit by the fan base for the entirety of the...
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple of things here that him being... him having managed Sunderland before, which are supposed to be their fierce rivals. Now they went down to like League One and all. Why do they care? I don't know. But anyway, that stigma always stuck to him. I don't think he played the prettiest of football anyway. And I mean, the one achievement he had is, despite having almost no investment in the team, he kept Newcastle up last season, which has now enabled them to
be bought,
get this investment from Saudi. So it's a reasonable achievement. And I mean, the abuse he's getting is just a commentary on these times, right? I mean, most of it's coming on social media. I'm sure there's some in the stadium as well, but I mean, again, that statement tells you something about Steve Bruce, right? He could have picked a lot of abuses, but he picked out cabbage head. That's how soft he is. And I don't think in this cutthroat environment he's meant to be. He's been in the game for nearly half a century. He'll find other gigs. He doesn't need to be a football manager anymore.
Yeah, but he probably understood only cabbage head. No, now they speak only Arabic in the stadium. So, Baru, you think he didn't hear the other abusers or he didn't understand the other abusers?
No, in Arabic they called him head cabbage.
Yo, no, you have to read it entirely ulta.
Oh man.
You can just say the word.
Egabbac.
And that's going to be the title of our podcast. Our producer is going to be so happy. इतना जल्दी title दे दिया तो आपने. Yeah, but all in all, Baru, what a weird day it was. First of all, like Newcastle fans in all their headgear are like clapping and cheering on the Saudi owners. And then
I
the
think
match
they
starts.
officially got told off or something.
Who got told off?
The Newcastle fans, like, अगले game से मत करना.
क्यों?
पैसा नहीं मिलेगा.
What sort of threats are these?
Yeah, the Newcastle.
They want to be subtle, yeah.
Yeah, they just told them, just avoid dressing in such attire.
God, has it?
Okay.
Yes. Now I can hear you. Okay. My internet connection is unstable. Yeah, but wait, are they already putting diktats that Baru, like, what the you wear whatever attire you want to the stadium, no?
Yeah, but you can't be doing it in such a very. It's basically, it's not a diktat, it's guidance. It's guidance on match day attire.
Oh,
man.
God.
They'll guide you to the town square if you don't adhere to the guidance.
So this is something like in the Middle Ages, the commoners were not allowed to wear purple because purple was reserved for royalty. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe those phobes are only to be worn by sheikhs and sultans.
No, it's not. That is not true at all. You go to Middle East anywhere, literally.
Basically, if you don't wear it, I mean, you'll just get really bad sunburn. So it's meant to be worn by everyone.
Right.
But this is what the statement reads. Newcastle United is kindly asking supporters to refrain from wearing traditional Arabic clothing or Middle East inspired head coverings at matches if they would not ordinarily wear such attire. So see, they actually are covering up for actual Arabs also. A number of supporters, blah, 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 blah.
Actual Arab who was in the stadium was in like the high price suit. Mr. Nasser Al Rumayyan.
He should be getting guidance. Hey,
Yeah.
don't wear such clothes if you don't normally wear them.
I am so waiting for Newcastle Supporters Trust guides the Newcastle owners to not wear non-English attire. Oh, yes, it has started. The takeover has started.
Yeah. And the first victim is good old Brucey.
Steve Bruce and clothes.
Yep.
They've been taken over. But I read Alan Saint Maximus' statement on Steve Bruce. What a sweet guy. I mean, he genuinely seems to have had a lot of affection for Steve Bruce.
Yeah, but he seems like an affectionate guy, right? Like
he's quite.
If a professor or a teacher in your class just lets you do whatever, then you like that person.
Yeah, but Saint Maximin is good.
Yeah, but Saint Maxim, I think they'll have to hang on to him a little longer since Premier League clubs have all voted to block sponsorship deals linked to owners. 18 clubs obviously voted for such bans. City abstained. And Newcastle actually voted against it. They're like, we won't support such a move.
Oh, but this is strange. What exactly are they blocking?
So all like 18 clubs, you know who they are, have voted to temporarily block teams from agreeing to any lucrative sponsorship deals which are linked directly to club owners.
But okay.
Like let's say Qatar.
We will get into too much of legalese now. I get what you're saying.
Actually, it's not. It's just a random statement because if L&T gets a project in Saudi for like $8 billion and Saudi says you say support Newcastle for $50 million a year.
There's no way to block all these hawala transactions. So
yeah.
Quid pro quos and all that.
So anyway, it's a temporary 1 month ban while this issue is still being debated. So that is that.
It's a 1 month ban.
1 month ban. While they're still, arriving at a decision or something.
But if 18 clubs have voted for it, I think the decision is arrived, no?
I don't know. I think City would have a veto or something.
Or are we going to get some horse's head in a few owners' bed?
Camel's head.
No, not. We don't need traditional Arabic animals.
God, I just hope it's none of Alex Ferguson's stock.
Oh man,
of horses.
Oh God! All right. There was a fan who couldn't contain his happiness.
Oh, that's horrible,
dude. Like,
wow.
How poorly Newcastle are run? They had to get a Tottenham doctor with the defibrillator. They didn't even have a doctor. It felt like watching I-League all over again. Yeah, but Spurs have gone.
Dr. Saudi probably have his Dr. Nayak.
Dr. Nayak. Yeah.
Brother?
Yes. Yes. Do you think Eric Dyer would be the first buy for Newcastle?
Isn't he already there? Like, not even first. I mean, that finish was fantastic for Newcastle.
How do you score a own goal while missing a header also? Like, you try to head a own goal and you still miss that. How?
No, but this is not the first time he's done this sort of defending. He's just, I don't know, maybe he's not a homegrown player, but he was one of those early Pochettino promising players.
Youngsters.
That's why he's still around. Otherwise, he's pretty much a mid-table level player.
Yeah, so that's Newcastle. He has to go. Anyway, enough of all this Newcastle talk. We know the era has begun. There are diktats or guidances, and slowly there will be some purchases. I think you could see it on the Saudi owner's face. Like towards the end, he was like, "Oh, this requires so much work," and he was staring at. Oh, did you guys observe when a red card was given to the man who couldn't give a about who is the owner of the club, Jonjo Shelby? Rush to Yasser to explain. He's like, hey, why is he walking off? And they're like, sir, red card mila hai. So it is as clueless as that, but let's move on.
See, Jonjo anyway knows that his days are numbered.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those advisors when an offside controversy happens.
Oh God, wait till they find out that Newcastle United has a women's team. Explain that.
Supporters are encouraged not to support this.
Oh God.
All right, let's get to this.
They'll try to hide it in the books by calling it like Castle New or something.
Dude, please think of a better thing. What is Castle New? Yeah, again, you have to do the entire reverse. You can't just do Castle New.
I'm not even going to get into that.
Le Castillon, something, whatever. All right. Guys, we need to move on from this Newcastle talk. We can't become the True Geordie podcast. There's already a True Geordie.
Yes. I thought we were on way to become the elite Geordie podcast.
Yeah. So we need to talk about higher level things. I already have a backstabber friend in the elite Geordie world. His name is what, Yash?
Mark Jordovich. TM.
Why would he name himself Mark Jordovich?
Because he's inspired by a certain Mark Goldbridge, but he's a Geordie. So follow him on Twitter.
All right, let's talk about the Champions League game. Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool. I did not see the game, but yes, you seem to have been very impressed because I saw a comment on WhatsApp as well saying that this year's Champions League group stage has some fantastic games. Yeah,
that's true. And this was one of them because in the first 13 minutes, Liverpool had 2 goals. It seemed like they're going to blow Atleti out of the water, and that too at the Wanda Metropolitano or whatever they call it. But the way Atleti came
Cardi
back,
calls it home.
Yeah. So the way Atleti came back was quite impressive for a team that is renowned for their defense and not their offense, and particularly these 2 kids, Joao Felix and Thomas Lemar, who so far have been wonder kids who have flattered to deceive. They had a great game. They were very good on the wings, and they were using their skills very well to get past the typical Liverpool press. And the goals were good. The football was amazing. I mean, I I hope Ole was taking some notes about how to play Liverpool.
No. Like, what are you going on about? He has a game to prepare. He's like feeling the heat. But Antoine Griezmann, how did he play? He scores 2 goals. I mean, if I go by just what the scorecard says,
Uh-huh.
2 goals, red card. So it's like, theek hai. But how was he?
So one of the goals was just a last minute deflection by him. So that was okay. The other goal was pretty good, but he missed a couple of easy chances. Had he scored them, then Atleti would have like overturned the deficit within the first half.
Really?
Yeah. He was through on goal and he tried to chip the Liverpool goalie and ended up hitting him in the midriff, not even the head. So that was not a great attempt. And he was good. I mean, we could see his leadership there and him running the game, but the final touches as in his striking play were sort of missing. And eventually, an action of his sort of dictated the result, where his raised foot was deemed to be too dangerous and was sent off.
Was the foot as raised as Neil de Jong's? Or what
More
de
so,
Jong?
it was it was raised even more, but it was not on target as Neil de Jong was. So it was definitely less dangerous.
Oh God. Baru,
Nigel.
are you watching Champions League at all?
No, man. The only things raised feet being on target reminds you of MacArthur in the Arsenal match.
Yo, yeah, what happened? For the epic comeback.
He volleyed Saka into the top right corner, man.
He volleyed Saka.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that was a straight red card. I mean there were 2 red cards in the game which Palace didn't get. Ironically, since Vieira was their manager.
But what is ironic about that? Escaping red card is one thing he would have taught them very well, no?
Maybe not really. I mean,
wasn't Vieira a dirty player?
Yes, he was. He also used to get quite a few red cards.
Oh, okay, that way. Oh yeah. So Champions League you don't watch, but for you there's Monday Night Football.
They spaced out the Arsenal games just so that we don't feel lost towards the middle of the week.
Yeah, but from my amazing understanding of the table, it looks like Arsenal are doing all right after the very terrible start to the season, aren't they?
I think they were level on points when they were 2 goals up with United or something.
Really?
Yes. Or I think just a point behind United. But unfortunately,
that's not impressive. But okay.
I mean, from seeing that they were at the bottom of the table in the first 3 games. So.
Correct. So yeah, they've been doing well. Did you watch that game, Yash?
No. Monday Night Football, no.
All right. But what you may have definitely watched on Monday night is Jamie Carragher talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Let's get to this. Yes.
Why? I mean, it's such a
short comment on Solskjaer basically saying in press conference he has better things to do. I think for the first time in a long time, Solskjaer showed some fight and telling Jamie Carragher to off types. Right? So, yeah, but the only question I have is when will Ole's friends turn against him?
No, they won't. I mean, because they know that he's safe until United. It becomes impossible for United to get into the Champions League next season. So they don't want to come across as acrimonious, unfriendly people to
what incentive
Ole or the United supporters.
What incentive would they have to go against him?
Dosti bani rahegi.
That's why they won't. No?
Or to go against him.
Saru? Yeah.
Oh, no, to go against him. I mean, I don't know, some
That's
sort of credibility with United fans.
No, but I mean, come on, they don't need to have any integrity to become pundits, right? They just have their careers.
Yeah, I guess you have a point. Talking about careers, the last thing before we go on a break. Baru, have you noticed off late, over the last 6 months to 1 year, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are on a fight to be the more benevolent leader? And the latest manifestation of it was last night when Messi gave the ball to Mbappe to score a penalty, even though he was on a hat trick. So that supposedly is an example of how he's a true leader and a whole all-round good guy. And so why are these two players now taking the fight to being the good guy level?
I don't know, man. Ever since Ted Lasso's been released, you'll notice a lot of these players turning on a softer leaf. So yeah, I think this is the Ted Lasso effect on the Premier League.
You know
Sorry,
who's
on the world of football.
you know who's Ted Lasso's good friend?
Oh,
Jose Mourinho.
okay.
So if they think that the Ted Lasso effect is there, there's always something evil behind that.
There's always needs to be a balance, right?
Uh, all right. Uh, and Manchester City, Yash, they again win 5-1. So every week it feels like do Manchester City, like on the weekend, it's like Manchester City definitely need a striker. And midweek, it's like, oh, maybe they don't need a striker at all. What is it?
Oh, they don't need a striker to win most games. I mean, Club Brugge and whoever else they can easily beat. I mean, they have a couple of players, Gabriel Jesus, Phil Foden, who can pretty much do what any striker does.
What?
So yeah, it doesn't matter.
Gabriel Jesus can't do anything.
No, but come on, he's okay. He's a decent enough player.
All right. Okay, let's take a break right now, and we have to wrap this show up in 15 minutes. So stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
You have to be careful with everything nowadays, even while drinking water. There I was sitting at home drinking water, massaging my wife's feet. I always do that together because I love my wife. She's my beloved wife. And then my son calls me up from Canada, all the way from Canada, and he says, Dad, have you heard? I mean, I was watching the game at that point. I was a little irritated. I said, heard what? And he said, now you can get Kotak home loans at just 6.5%. I went crazy. I spat all over my own wife. After massaging her feet, I spat there. Can you believe it? And I couldn't believe it. I spat over her and all I can say is, Kripya dhyan rakhiye. Because now I'm sleeping on the living room couch as a result of that. But really, folks, can you believe it's 6.5%? That is incredibly low for a home loan. I mean, just visit www.kotak.com for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Interest rate starting at 6.5% per annum.
All right, welcome back to Football Twaddle. Yes, let's get into this. Who has been your player of the week?
Oof. Sadly, I can't think
can't
of anyone. Think of anyone beyond Mo Salah. I think on form, he's the best player in the world right now.
Does it hurt you to say that?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing personal against Salah, but just the team that he plays for.
But man, he is in some crazy form, no?
Yeah, man. I mean, the goals he is scoring are all Messi-esque is the only way I can describe them.
Oh, jeez. And Baru, who has been your player of the week? Is it MacArthur?
No, I think I'll go with probably Tielemans against United.
For that goal. What a goal that was.
Brilliant goal. And it just, I think that's where they turned the match around. Right? Before that, United was all over them. Even Greenwood had a good goal, I think. But after that, Leicester City just went all over.
That's why I don't. I mean, yeah, I know that Harry Maguire did that foul, like just gave the ball away and everything. But Tielemans had to have so much skill and presence to get that goal done. So it's not so much like Harry Maguire's fault as much as like it was just genius by Tielemans. And yes,
that game just had really, really good goals, man. I mean, even Jamie Vardy's half volley, I think it was a volley, but whatever. Across the goal, that was really, really good technique, man.
Yeah, it was a great game, man. I mean, it's a shame that any game involving United is like just disintegrates into whether Smeagol is doing well or not. But as such, yeah, it's just so annoying. And when we indulge in it, because that's all everyone wants to talk about. But it was actually quite a good game to watch.
Yeah, it was well aided by horrendous defending by United.
That is why we can't talk about why it was a great game, because it's always aided by some horrendous United fellows. All right, my player of the week is Eduardo Mendy. Oh, dude!
Single-handedly gave Chelsea 3 points, man. That was
against Brentford.
Brentford. I mean, they should have won the game, and so many good chances they created. I couldn't believe it was 1-0 at the end.
In midweek?
In midweek, Malmo. They play them tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, but dude, that Brentford, whatever, I don't know where they'll end up in the season or at what point anything will happen to them, but they are playing so well against all these big teams, and they are at 12 points. And even Chelsea would have lost if not for Mendy. So yeah.
Do you think Do you think Norwich is going to have more points at the end of the season, or Bruno is going to have more apologies?
Oh, I think Bruno will have way more apologies. Norwich, oh god, dude, it's like they've just learned nothing. They've actually gone worse. Pookie doesn't even bother now. At least he bothered in the beginning last time. Yeah. Anyway, games to watch. Yes, what are you watching this weekend?
Oh man, it has to be Liverpool versus Manchester United, but I'm not confident at all. I mean, unless Ole does an Ole and pull out a 0-0 out of nowhere.
The Ole pull-out method.
He's pulling out nil-nils. He's shooting blanks. And he's still pulling out. This man is very cautious.
Such an overachiever.
Okay, so what's your prediction? Yes, you're not very confident, but you think Ole may pull off a 0-0. So
Yeah.
so what's your prediction?
Yeah, it is 0-0.
Oh,
It'll be a very entertaining 0-0. I
Dude,
think Salah, the best player, will be pocketed by Luke Shaw.
oh yes, it's definitely going to be 0-0. I can so see it. All right, Baru, what are you watching the weekend?
I don't know. What is the London derby of the week?
All right, let's see. What is the London derby of the week?
West Ham versus Tottenham.
Really? That'll be a good game.
At the London Stadium. And it's on the Super Sunday.
Oh yeah, you know how we are about Super Sunday, right? Let's see. Oh, Chelsea are playing Norwich. Wait, West Ham Tottenham. So is that your game of the week?
No, I'd actually watch Brighton and Manchester City. I mean, I want to see if City can go another game without a player not scoring 2 goals. Because even after scoring 5 goals, it's like just every goal is scored by a different person. And
oh yeah, I don't know. God, when is Pep leaving this place? I'm so tired of him.
yeah, and I don't understand how City keep winning, but just keep going like lower on the table.
Yeah.
They've reached third now.
City with every progressive win are going lower. They'll get relegated with 88 points. And they will automatically not get sponsorship from owners-owned companies. All right.
They'll still abstain from voting.
Correct. And I'm going to watch the El Clasico. It's Barca versus Real. And for the first time, I will be happy with just seeing 2 bad teams play each other. So,
you meant India versus Pakistan or something.
Oh, yeah, there's India-Pakistan also, no?
It's Hamilton versus Max also.
Yeah, you know what? Screw football. You guys have chosen good games. I don't want to watch El Clasico. I'll watch Hamilton versus Max. And I'll watch Bottas and now it'll be Bottas and George Russell crash into Max from both left and right. Side se aake ghusayenge.
Circuit of the Americas.
Yes, so that's going to be my game of the week. Hamilton versus Max Verstappen.
All right.
All right. I think that's about it. Any parting comments, Yash?
Well, I see that Barca is thrashing Dynamo Kiev 1-0 right now. So, I mean, I think Real Madrid should be quaking in their pants.
Correct. They definitely will be. What's your prediction for United Atlanta today? We're recording just before the game. Let's look at the team news though.
He dropped Pogba.
What? Why?
McFred, Fernandes.
Wait, is this a direct thing? Because Ole after the match said we need to look at the balance of the whole team. Does this?
Oh, he's starting Maguire again. I mean, is Maguire even fit? I don't know.
Dude, but that's not the point. The point is Ole post match after losing to Leicester said we did a lot of analysis. Maybe we need to relook at the entire balance of the team.
No, obviously, I mean he can't have 5 people who don't press, don't run around. That's you're always going to lose 4-2 otherwise. Especially if it's Ronaldo and Pogba. I mean, those two are not very press friendly. So yeah, today Rashford will press, McFred will press. Bruno always presses. So I think United are winning this one against Atlanta. 3-1.
3-1. No, I think it's going to be a riot, a goal riot. It will be like a 7-2 United with the Bruno hat trick. Wow. And what is Baru trying to point towards me?
Huh?
I thought you were doing this.
No, I was scrolling on my phone.
All right. Yes, thanks a lot.
See ya.
And Baru,
Later.
yes, mate. I hope Pakistan. I can't even say wins. So yeah, most of yeah. But yeah, I hope they give a fight. I hope they give a fight.
Okay.
All right. Take
All right.
care, guys. Bye
Later,
bye.
guys.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. It's been another great week on the IVM Podcasting Network. On Know Your Kanun, Amber talks to Anshula Kapoor about her social celebrity charity Fankind, the ideology of the charity, and the various regulations behind this concept. On 30 Minute Rasta with Keshav, meet three of the most breathtaking kompas that are situated near Leh. On Shunyavan, Chilite and I talked to Giridhar Yasa, Chief Technology Officer at Lending Card. On Say No to Drama, Chitna unravels the law of attraction and the spirituality surrounding it. And on the Life Manifesto, Zarina explains what it takes to be courageous with an interesting Spartan ideology from ancient history. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you enjoyed this show, or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. We appreciate the word of mouth. And finally, we'd like to thank the sponsors on our network this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda Quarter, CoinSwitch Kuber, Slay Coffee, Intel, and Kotak Mahindra Bank. Thank you so much for making this possible.
पेश खिदमत है आपकी शान में हमारे अंजुमन से. Hi, I am Sadaf.
And I'm Arshit. खाने का इतिहास, economics, policy, psychology, सब है मेन्यू पर.
Only on the Nankali podcast every Wednesday. सिर्फ IVM podcast ऐप या वेबसाइट पर या फिर जहां से भी आप अपने पॉडकास्ट सुनते हो.